taxpayer is starting a retail business in Colorado and needs help with his tax forms. He speaks English, but he's more comfortable in Chinese, and when he arrives at the tax form assistant on the Colorado Department of Revenue site, it asks him if he would prefer to interact in Chinese. It recognizes that his browser preference is Chinese, and he has the option to interact in other languages as well, but he chooses to interact in Chinese, and as a result, the tax form assistant responds in Chinese as well. He can switch back and forth between the English and the Chinese, and when he asks questions like, what tax forms does he need to file? The assistant responds with English because that was the language that he used, and it gives him a lot of information here, some of which is unfamiliar in the English. And so he's able to switch back to Chinese to get clarification. He finds this helpful to switch back and forth between languages. Back in the English, he asks, how often does he need to report sales tax? And he gets an answer giving him general guidelines based on the CDOR rules. He then asks if he can get help with the sales tax form, and the tax form assistant opens up the form and gives him the basic outline of what he needs to do. He's able to also switch back to the Chinese and see the form fields in Chinese as well. However, some of these pieces, like the FEIN, are not translated, and he wants to ask about that. So he asks the assistant, what is the FEIN? And the assistant comes back with an answer. He switches back to English and sees that it's providing both general context about what an FEIN is, and also the specific directions given by the CDOR in its source material. This is coming from the form DR100 instructions, and if he clicks on the source link, he can go to the PDF and see that exact text.